Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you my kayak and how I have it set up for freshwater fishing, just like in lakes and rivers. Okay, so starting off with my paddle, this is a Ascend Trek paddle. This isn't the lightest paddle. I'd probably put it about a couple pounds. I don't really get fatigued when paddling for long ways using it. It's made of aluminum, and I just have this little leash on it because I do drop it all the time, and if I hook onto a fish, I usually just kind of chuck it out into the water to get it out of my way. This is a 2-piece paddle. I can't take it apart right now because my hands are too cold, but yeah, you can take it apart right here. Just under this leash. See there, press this button and it'll detach into 2 parts so you can store it easier. It's got the drip rings here, so whenever you're out and the water won't drip down your shaft and get your hands cold. So this is a nice paddle if you're beginning like I am. I would definitely suggest this paddle. One of the most important things that you need on your kayak, and that is a PFD or a life jacket, or PFD, which is personal flotation device. If you're going to be kayaking, I suggest getting a high rise back version. This one was about, I think, $30 or $40. This is the Onyx Move Vent. As you can see, it's got a lot of ventilation in the back, so you're not going to get super sweaty, or it'll cool off a lot easier. And whenever you put it on, it rises up on your back quite a bit, so that whenever you're sitting on your kayak, this back piece will not interfere with like your movement, and it makes it a whole lot more comfortable. On it, I keep this Gerber knife that's really rusted, even though I cleaned it all the time. Wash all the salt water off of it. I keep this on there to cut line, and then this, it only has 1 pocket right here. So I keep a whistle, which is required by the Coast Guard to have a whistle on your kayak. Something else I always have on my PFD with me, or just in my kayak, is this Cobra Micro Talk 2-way radio. I have 2 of them so I can talk with other people I'm out kayaking with. Usually I'm by myself, but I can also talk with my parents who are somewhere out at the launch fishing off the bank. And this clips, it always will just clip right here on my PFD. Yep, right there. So I have easy access to talk to it. So the next thing, I have not installed this yet. I'll either be getting to it tonight or tomorrow. I have to get a rivet tool for it. This is the Yak Gear Zigzag anchor cleat, and basically it allows you to just take your anchor line and like weave it through a couple times, and it'll lock it up. This is really cool. I got it at Academy yesterday. I'll hopefully install this tonight or tomorrow. I have to get a rivet tool for it first. So for my anchor, don't know the brand of this one. It's just a little small floatable anchor that I actually already had at my house. We used it for our big boat for a while, and my dad figured out it did not work. So this is a perfect anchor for this kayak. It folds up pretty small. Here's like a comparison to my hand. And I have it just clipped off to my milk crate in the back. Yeah, I really don't like this thing. I don't like anchors. They get in the way. They're annoying. But I need one for where I fish mostly. So moving back, I keep this little net here, which I don't actually use very much, but it's good to have. If there's just like something I can't reach, it's a pretty small one, but it still gets you like an extra foot or 2 of reach out to whatever you're trying to pull in. Okay, so now if we move to the back of the kayak, here's my milk crate. You'll see a lot of kayakers use these. This is the actual Yak Gear one, and it has, I think it's like their beginner one. And here I have, this has another whistle on it. It's got a compass, and on the inside, and then on screws, you can put some money in there, or it is waterproof. Has this little sealant around it. There's a little mirror right there. So yeah, just a little safety thing. An extra whistle if I was to lose mine. Mainly I keep it for like the mirror and the compass if I need it. Next thing in here, I keep these pliers from Walmart. Just really cheap. I think they're about $4 or $5. I got line cutters on them. If you'll focus on that. Some line cutters. They're needle nose. So I just use these to remove hooks from fish's mouth. And that just goes right like that. And that's all I usually keep in this front pocket. And then here are my fishing rods, since I usually fish in freshwater. I have this bait caster here for more technical casting, precise. And I have these homemade rod leashes made out of paracord and carabiners that clip to my crate and then to the rods. So next I have this spinning reel, also tethered off with the same tether method that I made. This is a Pin Battle graphite as with a Taurus TH300 reel on it. I think this is like 8-pound test, 6-pound test line, and I usually run a treble hook on it. And that's probably another reason I don't use my net a lot, is because nets and treble hooks do not work well together. So now moving all the way back to my actual milk crate. Inside of it I have 2 of these little tackle boxes. This is usually all the tackle I'll need out fishing. They'll just go right in here. They'll store nicely, and they don't really move around at all. That's nice. Here I usually keep up my lunch in here if I'm going to eat while out on the water, which I love doing. I keep this weight here to measure how big the fish are and be sure they're big enough to keep, or just like so I can remember and log it. So next I have this Pelican 1050 waterproof, dustproof, crushproof case. I think they actually just released this. This is pretty new. And inside here I keep my cell phone. I have water tested this case, and it is very waterproof. It's very buoyant too. It flips very well. I'll probably insert the clip here. I recorded how buoyant it is. I swear I don't have any kind of floating or flips or anything inside this thing, but look how buoyant it is. So I keep my phone because I'm caseless. I don't like using a case, so it's not waterproof at all. Then I have my wallet, and I keep some band-aids and some antiseptic alcohol wipes. And those are the things that stay inside of this little case. Again, I've tested it. I definitely recommend this thing. It's about $25. They have them at Academy. Most of the stuff I easily hear I got at Academy and Amazon. Yeah, so that's definitely something you should get. For scupper plugs, I use these little practice golf balls made by Skills. I think they're probably about $10 or $7 for 24 of them, or 12. They work really well because they kind of fit. They'll fit just about any scupper hole you have. Yeah, definitely recommend these, and they'll fit just about any one. They just kind of form around it. Yeah, those are really well. They're really well made too. Like they're gonna stay in there and they're not gonna mess up on you. I haven't had any leakage using these. So I have 2 there, as well as 1 under there and there. And then also on my kayak I have these 2 flush mount rod holders that I only use if I have a fish on, and I bring it into the boat. I can put my rod there, as well as a cup holder. For my handles, these are not the stock ones. I actually also just got these. These are made by Yak Gear. They're just like some handles they make. I think they're like $7 at Academy. Yeah, these are really strong. I haven't really tested them yet because I just got them yesterday. So yeah, they seem really sturdy and really well made. It's like a really thick, hard plastic and a strong rope. So yeah, definitely recommend these. The handles I had on there were just these cheap ones, the stock ones made by Pelican.